Hi is back again on the Yong Lovers channel. Today we're going to discuss a story that will make fans' hearts beat faster. A story that has long been nothing more than whispers, gossip, and sweet hopes among fans is finally beginning to reveal the light of truth. Jungkook, the golden magne who always seems full of secrets, has finally opened his heart. And this confession isn't just any ordinary one. It's about the love he's been holding onto for Taehyung, his best friend and the person who's always been by his side. From the very beginning of their journey together in BTS, many have noticed the unique chemistry between Jungkook and Taehyung. Little laughs, meaningful glances, and body language that seems to be understood only by the two of them. Fans have given them various nicknames, and it's not uncommon for them to become the subject of lengthy discussions on forums and social media. However, despite how obvious it was, not a single word of confession had ever come from Jungkook's lips until now. As the world focuses on their success on stage, cameras often capture small moments filled with warmth. Jungkook quietly gazing at Taehyung while he speaks, or Taehyung casually reaching for Jungkook's hand during a joke. Simple things that others might find ordinary, but for those who are attuned, they are the unspoken language of love. For years, Jungkook chose to remain silent. Not because he didn't want to express those feelings, but because of the weight of responsibility as an idol. He knew that a single word could spark a massive wave in fans' hearts, causing an uproar that's hard to control. But love, as we know, can't be silenced forever. In a recent interview, when asked about the meaning of true friendship, Jungkook paused. His smile was faint, his eyes shimmering, as if there was something he could no longer hold back. He mentioned Taehyung's name with a different tone, softer, more filled with emotion. And that's when everything changed. The fans watching could sense there was something much deeper behind his words. Taehyung has always been my home, Jungkook said softly. The sentence sounded simple, but behind it lay a meaning so powerful. How could someone call another person their home if not out of genuine love? The audience fell silent, then erupted into excitement, and couldn't stop talking about that moment. Many said that moment was Jungkook's indirect confession. A door he slowly opened not with the words, "I love you," but with an expression far more beautiful. And as if the universe was supporting him, Taehyung responded with a warm smile that melted the heart of anyone who saw it. Taehyung, with his characteristic calm demeanor, didn't say much. But the look in his eyes toward Jungkook during that moment spoke louder than 1,000 words. As if he were saying, "I know, and I feel the same way." It was a communication of the soul, a language of the heart understood only by the two of them. After the interview, the fandom was abuzz. Social media was flooded with video clips, quotes, and analyses from fans. They discussed how Jungkook had finally opened the door to his heart, albeit in such a gentle way. And each day, more signs emerged that this love was real, not just a fleeting illusion. Behind the scenes, according to those close to them, Jungkook had indeed become bolder in showing his affection for Taehyung. From thoughtful short messages to his habit of ensuring Taehyung always feels comfortable when they travel together. Not just friends, but someone truly loved. For many people, their story is not just about the romance of two big idols. More than that, it is a story of the courage to love in silence, to wait for the right time, and finally to dare to speak the truth. Jungkook knows that these feelings are not trivial. They are part of his life, part of his most honest self. Fans have given this bond various names, but Jungkook and Taehyung always refer to it as a relationship that cannot be explained in words. And indeed, there is love that doesn't need to be defined, that can only be felt with the heart. Whatever name is given to it, that love remains, grows, and becomes stronger. Perhaps this is why fans feel so moved. Because behind the glitz of the stage, the luxurious costumes, and the spotlight, they see two souls who have found each other. A Jungkook who always appears strong but is actually fragile, and a Taehyung who is full of calmness, becoming the support he needs. This story is not just about beautiful love, but also about loyalty. 4 years they kept this secret, for years they protected each other from the spotlight, until finally the courage emerged. The courage to say that love is never wrong, love is never shameful, and love is always worth fighting for. For Jungkook, Taehyung is not just a friend, not just a colleague, but the person who makes the world feel more meaningful. In every laugh, every glance, and every small touch, there is love that never fades. And now, the world is finally beginning to realize it. Taehyung himself, with his warm demeanor, always reciprocates that love in his own way. He may not say much, but he is always there when Jungkook needs him. A quiet yet real form of love, simple yet profound. Now, fans can only hope that this story continues, that the love that has been revealed remains a source of strength, not a burden. That the two can continue walking together, traversing the long path with hearts that are interconnected. Because in the end, their love is not just for each other, but also an inspiration for millions who believe that true love always finds its way. No matter how long it is hidden, no matter how great the challenges that lie ahead. But great love never comes without trials. Jungkook and Taehyung are aware that the world around them may not be fully ready to accept a story like this. Some support them wholeheartedly, but others doubt, even oppose them. Despite this, both choose to remain calm, refusing to let the noise fade what they feel. Because in the end, all they need is the courage to hold hands in the midst of the storm. Jungkook often says that music is his way of expressing his feelings. And if we pay attention, there are many songs he sings with a gaze that seems fixed on Taehyung. Lyrics about longing, about feeling safe, about simple happiness, seem to reflect his heart. Observant fans know that it's not just a song, it's a love letter hidden within the melody. Taehyung is no less expressive. With his warm baritone voice, he often slips messages into his singing. At times, he glances at Jungkook on stage, gives a small smile, and continues the song with a softer tone. It's like a secret whisper amidst the cheers of thousands of fans, meant only for the one person he truly aims for. Behind the camera, their story becomes more real. According to some staff members, Jungkook often looks for Taehyung first when a busy schedule keeps them apart. A simple habit, "Where's Taehyung?" that he always asks, showing how important Taehyung's presence is in his life. No schedule is truly complete without the face he longs for. And this is the moment the world sees that Jungkook and Taehyung are not just two stars shining in the K-pop sky. They are two hearts brought together by fate, who protect each other, love each other, and may remain together forever. To some, this might seem like a sweet story that's hard to believe. But for those who look closer, all the signs are impossible to ignore. There's a love so real, so genuine, that no proof is needed. A love born from growing up together, fighting together, and now finding its purest form. Jungkook and Taehyung are no longer just bandmates, they are part of each other's souls. They are friends, brothers, and soulmates. And Jungkook's courage to finally open up about these feelings is just the beginning of a longer journey. A journey where they will learn to keep protecting each other, no matter what happens outside. Fans can only pray that this love remains strong. That the world, which can sometimes be cruel, may be a little kinder when witnessing the story of two hearts that truly love each other. Because at its core, what they share is something beautiful. A testament that love knows no bounds, no fear, and no surrender. Perhaps one day, Jungkook will finally muster the courage to say, "I love you," directly to Taehyung, in front of everyone. Or perhaps those words will remain a secret known only to the two of them. But whatever form it takes, that love already exists, lives, and grows on its own. And that is more than enough to make the world believe. And at the end of this story, we can only say, this is true love that cannot be hidden forever. Jungkook and Taehyung, two names that have always been side by side, are now bound not only by music and dreams, but also by hearts that have found each other. Love that will always be a light, love that will always be eternal, love that will be remembered forever.